Hi YouTube Nation, it's been a while. This is Scott from the Groomsman channel. I haven't been here in a while, but I'm going to tell you right now, I had an inspiration last night. I've been thinking about it since I started doing YouTube, and I just finally decided, you know what? It's time to do it. Yes, you've seen me shave in the shower with a sort of try to blind shave as much as I could without looking at the camera. But what would you do if you can't see? I have a completely dry brush. There's no water in it. An unloaded razor. Okay, so if you're ever going to attempt this, blind shaving has got to be a razor you are super familiar with. This is my Merkur 23C long handle. This was my very first DE razor. I've had this since 2015, so I've had this a really long time. I'm going to be loading the brush, I'm going to be face lathering, and I will even be putting a blade all on camera, and that's blindfolded. And to help prove to you that I am blindfolded during this whole thing, I have my daughter here who's going to hold up some numbers in front of the camera. I'm going to pick her up here in a second, and I'm going to try to guess them. This is going to be uncomfortable for me because I have a really big, if you look at my head, see the size of this thing? It's a pretty big head. These things are usually really tight. So with that, it's time to enter the world of darkness and to get this shave in the name of science on its way. All right, where are you at? Come here. All right, put some fingers up.
I did.
5.
No.
No? Okay, well, all right, well, thanks for my assistance. Let's let her go ahead and take off here. All right, you get out. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, well, all right, let me get my bearings here a little bit. Yeah, I can't see jack. All right. Here's my brush, all right. Wait for the sink. All right, well, that's warming up. How's everyone been? Has everyone had a good Halloween? It's the start of winter here in Michigan, at least where I'm at. We finally got our first bit of snow on the ground here. All right, so I got my razor, my blades here. This is a top-loaded cap, meaning the pegs for this are on this. The 23C is a fantastically mild shaver. I've been using it for years now here. So I'm very familiar with doing this razor, especially in the dark, so to speak. So, as you can see here, I'm unwrapping my blade. So, put it in my cap here. My feel, that's right. The notches are down. And, oh, not yet. Alright, there we go. The blade tabs do have a little bit of exposure on here, but this is a very mild razor. Alright, put that here. Brush. Alright, water is warm. This is something too you got to do with a familiar brush. I'm using my Body Shop brush. It was actually my very first shave brush. I used to always just use just conditioner or whatever lathering type of soap I had around. Conditioner I used to use a lot. So I'm just loading this here in the dish. I've given it my 15 seconds, so to speak. I'm going to wet my face down. Let it rest, so to speak, on so here my brush is loaded by now. Where's the lid to this thing? Well, that's not it. That's the razor. Oh, fine, there's the lid. Alright. Go down here and try to get a washcloth. Alright, got a washcloth. Alright. It's really different. I blind shave in the shower all the time, but it's so much different with not being able to see nothing. Beano. Alright. With face lathering with a brush, it's really important to work it really good. I ain't got enough water on this thing. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm not doing really crap on this lather. You can tell by the feel. Oh. Hold on. We're going style with fingers, because yeah, I just wasn't feeling it with the soap. So where's that at right here? Yeah, I gotta have to rinse my hands. They are something slick and heavy. Glad it feels a little bit better. You know, one thing about lather is it is often up to each person what works for them, right? I'm not someone that has sensitive skin, so I can use about any type of lather. Alright. It's really important to use both sides of the razor. The DE has two edges for a reason, you know? So. I might have to come back and clean up my sideburns later. I had about 3 days growth, 4 days growth, I think, here on this. I got a little bit of tugging, but not bad. You know, and as most of you know, I'm only a 2-pass shaver. With the grain, against the grain, how I go. Yeah, I really like this razor. It's not super light. And a collection of over 200, still one of my top razors, including tons and tons and tons of vintage Gillette. My face is getting really hot with this stupid mask on. Alright, let's see, washcloth. Yeah, I can feel it. Just like a really slippery base that I got on my face. It's not lathered with the crap. But you know what? What you need is a slippery base. You know, and part of the groomsman what's been really good is there's been a little bit of talk with amongst us, and I think made some arrangements to get the other guys to start making some videos so you can meet the rest of the crew. This shave is really inspired by a fellow groomsman named Christian. I finally convinced someone else to buy this razor. You know, I don't know why, but I feel like trying to convince someone to buy this razor is really hard. Lots of people go for, you know, the 34C as their entry-level razor, or they go for their, like the Rockwell 6S, which is a fantastic razor, and it gives you some variability and adjustment and some customizability with the different base plates, having different exposures and stuff like that. But the thing about it is, why not go with something that can give you consistent, good shaves that's very mild? Because mild razors don't turn people off to wet shaving when that's the case. And this razor runs $30 new on Amazon and produces fantastic shaves. Pretty good BBS for the most part. A little bit of buffing here and there, but alright, well, let's go ahead and get my washcloth here and finish getting cleaned up, and then we'll remove the mask. Oh, I did. I think this is one of the very first few times on camera I haven't cut myself. At least I don't feel like I cut myself. So how did I do? Did I do okay, guys? Well, let's take a look. Not bad. What can I say, man? Got a little shaving soap all over me. I'm a little wet. Uh-oh. Got shaving soap on the mask. Oops. I got way too much soap on the brush. Oh, man. Problem with not being able to see. See, at least when blind shaving by feel in the shower, you can at least see your lather, you know what I'm saying? So you know if you got a good lather. You can see your brush. You can see your razor. I don't know if you noticed me going like this. I was positioning to make sure I had, because I felt when I went to do my lip that I had the razor, must have had it tilted or something. A little bit of cleanup here, but all in all, not bad. And no cuts. So, The Merkur 34C is a razor that I strongly recommend to beginners. It is really, really new, or really mild, super gentle. It was my very first razor. Well, and it's very likely it could be my last, because I mean, look at the mirror finish on this still. I've had this since 2015, and I've been a wet shaver since then. I've never been anyone who's grown a beard. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. It is Sunday Fun Day. That's why I decided to do this video. I'm gonna go ahead, watch some football today, try to relax. I've been working a lot. It's supposed to be my slow time of the year, but my slow time of the year has me working 13-hour days on Saturdays. So I'm gonna try to relax today. Good way to start off is with a great shave with all of you. So ladies and gentlemen, please stay classy, and all in the name of science. Thanks for tuning in to the Groomsman Channel.